What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the video. My name is Rob, and in today's video I'm going to show you guys how to create a high converting abandoned checkout flow within your Klaviyo account. Now this flow is perfect for any sort of e-commerce stores looking to recover lost sales. One thing I do want to mention is to be careful to notice the difference between abandoned checkout and abandoned cart. Now I'll show you exactly once we hop into the computer the differences, but you have to pay attention to the triggers because you want to make sure you're optimizing for the abandoned checkout if that's what you're going to do, and then for the abandoned cart if that's what you're going to do. Personally, I recommend having both of these set up within your Klaviyo account, but for now in this video we're going to go over the abandoned checkout. So I'll show you exactly how to create a high converting abandoned checkout flow. Within this video you'll be able to see the exact process we go through to generate our clients an extra 20 to 30% from just email alone. With that being said, make sure you hit the like button, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys on the computer. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Like I said in today's video, we're going to be going over the abandoned checkout flow. I'm going to show you how to create a high converting one where you can almost generate anywhere from 5 to 10% of your email revenue just from this flow alone. This flow is probably one of the most important flows that you can set up along with your welcome series flow. So if you haven't seen that video I made, go ahead and check that out. I'll leave a link in the description below, and let's hop right into it. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to create this flow off a demo account. So let's get started. So what you're going to want to do on this left hand column, you're just going to want to select flows. So once you select the flows tab, it's going to bring you to a page that looks very similar to this. From there, you're just going to select create flow in the upper right hand corner. And then you'll be brought to a page where you can search some preset flows. And we'll just build off of a already preset flow. So we're going to search a abandoned cart. And then we are going to use the abandoned cart reminder standard. And then from there, you can go ahead and name it whatever you want. So this preset flow says the abandoned cart reminder, but that is not true. If you take a look at this trigger, the trigger is when someone checkout started. So when someone has started a checkout, so that's considered a abandoned checkout flow. Now, if you wanted to have an abandoned cart flow, that involves a little bit more in-depth coding, which I can show you in another video. But I just want to make it clear that this is an abandoned checkout flow and not an abandoned cart flow. There's a whole different flow that you can create for an abandoned checkout. So for a abandoned cart. So when someone adds an item to their cart and they say they leave the web page, they'll get a message for that. This is if someone actually starts a checkout and then leaves, they'll receive an email or an SMS for that. So I just want to make that clear before we go any further and you get confused seeing that it says abandoned cart reminder right here, but it's actually an abandoned checkout. So like I said, the trigger is going to be when someone has started a checkout. And then there are some flow filters on here that you should know about. The first one is place order 0 times since starting this flow, and checkout has started 0 times since starting this flow. So with these filters already added, I do like to add one more, and that is when someone, has not been in this flow in the last 7 days. You can play around with this. This creates just like they're not getting spammed with your emails, and also helps your deliverability for your emails. You only want to be sending to you think people are actually going to make that purchase. So if every time someone comes to your site within, let's say 3 days, and they abandon their checkout, they're going to keep getting this emails and it's just going to look very spammy to them. It might turn them off from actually making a purchase. So this kind of mitigates that and makes it a little bit more healthier and cleaner, so the customer doesn't feel like they're getting spammed as much. And then for the time delay is huge. I like to do it actually at 10 minutes, so exactly right after they leave, because once they're already there, they've already started the checkout. They're so close to making that purchase. You might as well just get them right when they're there. If you wait out a little bit longer, they have time to change their mind. So you constantly want to be in their face. So I like to put around 10 minutes. But go ahead and test this. If you wanted to maybe test the different times, so you wanted to test 10 minutes and 4 hours, what you would do is you could drag a conditional split right here, and you can add a random sample. So half the people are going to go for 10 minutes, or are going to receive the email 10 minutes after, and then you can change it to half the people are going to receive it 4 hours after they've entered this flow. So you can go ahead and do that, and then from there you can just drag this back in here, and then they can get email number 2. So usually for email number 1, I like to just keep it a simple reminder, nothing too crazy, like, hey, notice you added these to your cart. I know you started a checkout. Go ahead and make that purchase. Usually just a quick reminder, letting them know that you saw that they added to their checkout typically does the trick. If not, then we go to email number 2. And now email number 2, I usually do a 20-hour wait on here. And from the demo that they give you or the template that they give you, it's just another reminder, but sometimes I like to add maybe a small discount. So you can split this up between someone who's purchased before, someone who hasn't purchased before. If they're new, maybe you could give them a little bit of a discount. If they're not, you could send them through another path where they maybe just get a regular, another reminder. But I like to add a small discount here, a little push, a little incentivized, go ahead and make them that purchase. But I wouldn't do this for every single customer, maybe for your new customers, or you could even do it for your exclusive VIP customers who have a history of purchasing a lot from you so you could go ahead and play around with that. So if you wanted to make this maybe a small discount, you go and do that. Then you're just going to want to add another time delay. Typically, I like to keep my whole setup to 4 emails, so I do a small discount, and then I want to create some urgency if I'm doing this discount. We'll do 20 hours again. Save that. And then we'll create another email. This will just, from this, so this is going to be our small discount. This next one is going to be this small discount reminder saying, hey, we're going to give you maybe free shipping or 5% off, something really small, but it's going to expire in 24 hours. So if you don't make this purchase, then you're going to lose on the ability of maybe getting free shipping or small discount. So in email 3, I'll say, hey, your cart's going to expire, your discount's going to expire in 24 hours. Go ahead and make that purchase. Now, usually by that time they either take action or you're not going to close them, to be honest. But if they don't take any action, we go ahead and send them one more email, and this is going to be, let's say 22 hours later, and we're going to send them another. This is going to be our last email. And this is going to be our big push, create some urgency, some scarcity, and say, hey, your discount ends in exactly 2 hours. If you do not make a purchase, you're not going to be able to get free shipping or your whatever the discount may be. And also your cart is going to expire. So if you wanted to make that purchase, then you'll have to re-add those to your cart. Usually we don't put that much detail in there, but we just give a little nod saying, hey, your cart's going to expire. Your discount's going to expire as well. So make sure that you do take action if you're looking to make that purchase today. And then that's the basis of how we set up our, here, I don't want to confuse you. This is actually going to have an email here too. So that's pretty much the standard how we set up our abandoned checkout flow. What you can do and what I like to do, I showed this in my welcome flow series, just adding, let's change this. When someone has, I like to add a text message. I think if you're able to capture your customer's text or phone number, that you utilize that as much as you can, but don't send too many. So I usually like to do it on the first one. So what we do is consented to receive SMS or is not. So if they are not, they'll just get this email. If they have consented, they'll go through here, and we'll actually change this to an SMS. And this is just going to be a reminder, you know, quick text message. Keep it fun, keep it sweet, simple. Use emojis, use text message slang. Say, hey, look, looks like you left this in your checkout. Did you want to, you know, go ahead and make that purchase? And for the time delay, you can probably play around with this. It doesn't really matter too much. You could, like, I think pairing both an email with an SMS is a great way to have multiple channels of communication to your customers. So maybe, you know, people don't check their email right away, so maybe the 10-minute one is fine. People on their phones, they always have their phones, so if you wanted to really get in their face, you could do it for 10 minutes as well, or it could be, you know, 4 hours later. It's totally up to you. This is something, it's not set in stone for everyone. You have to constantly optimize and test to make sure what works for your brand. And like I say in all my videos, this whole thing, all the inside of these emails, it's all about having fun and being creative and really speaking to your customer, letting them know that you care, and really nurturing and building a community off your brand. This is all about branding. You don't want to be pushing so much sales. You just want, you know, little tip, hey, a little reminder, hey, you know, you left some items in your cart. It looks like you started that checkout. Do you want to go ahead and make that purchase again? So nothing too hard, not too salesy, but, you know, just a little bump, a little reminder to let them know that, you know, you are paying attention to what they are doing on your website, and that you care and you want to help them out as much as you can. One thing that I did not go over, but I'll touch briefly, is the settings for the email. So I like to keep smart sending off, just the way that we have it set up with our clients. If you have smart sending, they might not receive an email if they are in certain flows, but since the flows that we set up for our clients, they're typically only in one flow at one time, so they won't be getting multiple emails. So we usually turn that off, and then we always have UTM tracking on, just so we can, you know, track the stats and make adjustments that way. So like I said, always optimize, always test. You can test this email. You can maybe stick with 2 emails, just a quick reminder. If you're new to Klaviyo and you haven't had much experience and you just want to get some more data coming in, start with 1 or 2. Start with the basic template that they give you, get some information about how your customers react, and then go from there and keep adding to it. You know, you can split test subject lines if you wanted to learn how to do that. I can show you real quick. So if you wanted to maybe like split test your subject line, what you would do is you would select the email, you go to edit, it'd bring you to a page that looks similar to this, and then you would click on add variation. And then from here, you could change the whole body text. Depends on what you really want to A/B test, but I do recommend A/B testing. For now, I'll just show you a quick example on for your subject line. So you go here, you go ahead and go to your subject line. Maybe you want to do your cart is about to expire. That's something that we've used in the past and it works a lot. So you can go ahead and go save changes, and then you can go back to the variations. And then typically what I do when you're first testing out, you just want to do a 50-50 weight split. Whoops. There we go. So half the emails that people, when they get in this flow, will go to, they'll receive this subject line, the other half will receive this one. And then I would just use this, maybe run it for a week or 2, maybe a month, and test which one works the best. Maybe you're finding that you're not getting enough opens, you can change both of them. But what I do recommend, if you are going to be A/B testing, is test one thing at a time. I see too many people trying to test 4 or 5 things, whether it's the subject line, whether it's the actual body of the email, or the time delay. Make sure you're testing one thing at a time, and then you move to the next thing. Just keep optimizing. If you're testing multiple things at once, you won't be able to find which variable is really driving that significant factor. So make sure that you are only testing one thing at a time. It takes time, obviously, but you need that data to make, you know, informed decisions. So with that being said, that's how you create a high converting abandoned checkout flow. If you did like this video, go ahead and leave a comment. I want you to comment what other type of videos you want to see in the future, whether that's you know, how to design these emails. If it's some other flows that you're interested in learning about, go ahead, leave that comment. Make sure that you like the video and that you subscribe. I'm having a ton of fun shooting these videos and I wanted to interact with you guys. So Let me know how this works out for you, if you would do things a little bit different, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.